the anti-trans rhetoric on the right is becoming so hysterical. It's so dangerous, and actually, it's so sad because trans people really are like the most vulnerable, like one of the most vulnerable, if not us groups. And it's like it's just so sad, but it's fucking evil, dude.
Well, we have at a minimum like a year and a half more of this because this is quite literally the Republican strategy to get elected in 2024.
Just
Like
the
this is like
shit
issue
on
number
trans
one right
people.
now. And so hopefully it won't work and they'll eat shit and then they'll find something else.
I don't think Trump has a chance in hell. He already lost once. It's like he's not better off than he was last time.
Well, never underestimate the Democrats' ability to fuck it up.
Right.
You never underestimate it.
It's incredible how many legitimate problems are in this country, and like a whole party's platform is just trans people, huh? They're like, and them trans people. That's wild, huh? We're like, well, what about healthcare and Medicare going bankrupt and national debt and inflation? Trans people are wild, huh? Yes, sir. Trans people are wild. He got a good point. That man speaking to my soul. Trans people are wild. I don't understand that at all. Can you hand me a bottled water, love? There's too much lead in the water today. The local government said, the mayor said, don't drink water for a week. It's got too much mercury in it. Anyway, trans people really are the problem. Hey, sweetheart, can you get me that N95? There's too much vinyl chloride in the air this day.
And that's the real irony is like they've juiced up their own audience so much with this shit that they can't even get them to give a shit about that other stuff because they tried. Because you remember with the Ohio train wreck stuff,
Nobody cared.
They
right.
they somewhat correctly pointed out how little the Democrats were doing and giving a shit about it. Trump went there.
Right.
And they were really leaning into it. And I just don't think that they got the juice that they want because their own audience doesn't give a shit about real problems. And
It's awesome.
I think they know in their hearts, it's like, we're not going to fucking do anything about this. We're for deregulating all of these railroads and everything. So, they want the optics of like, we're here to help, but they're not actually going to do anything. And it's much easier to just keep harping on these culture war things. Like, that's all they got. That's all they got to say at this point.
Yeah, Nancy, I just got back from urgent care. They said I can't afford to get my cancer removed. So anyway, I'll book about 2 weeks left. Anyway, this trans person really
right.
So wild.
Yeah.
My son has curable blindness. My 12-year-old boy got curable blindness. I just can't afford the $3,000 procedure. But them trans people really messing up society, boy. Ooh-wee.